Cool. Three, two, one, go. Welcome back for part two. Zoom technical difficulties. We are not upgrading to the pro plan, and we're just getting them back in here. We're going to start it off, set it off. Cool. Izzy, connect to audio. Boom. We got Izzy. The Brandon Kennedy should be in here.
You know, if you look straight at the camera, it looks like a normal haircut.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but then the
Okay,
more you turn,
yeah,
you look.
like Indio Apocalypto. That's what we're going for.
Not
Cool. Turn your mics on, guys. Beautiful.
Hey, did you see that the Pentagon confirmed that there was UFOs today?
Yeah, but I mean, the definition of UFO, it's been known, but they finally came out and said it.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're confirming.
Yeah,
what the heck? They confirmed that?
Yeah, well, it was speculation because the thing got leaked, the video that they showed, and so they're just confirming, yeah, it's not a hoax or anything, that is real, but it's
a UFO.
It's a UFO.
It's a literal definition of UFO,
Yeah,
and they just don't know what the fuck it is.
Unidentified, whatever.
Unidentified flying object.
Unidentified. Yeah. Okay.
And
so that's dead. That's a trip, huh?
Yeah, and it's pretty
cool.
They've
never admitted it, right? This is the first time. In recent
yeah, that I
know
not
of. Sure. Well, didn't they have like a full program? I think it was like the 60s, or yeah, like a whole.
All right, Steven, what did you want to get into?
I want to bring up some old shit, dog. I feel like everybody's been waiting for this shit to happen because of the old arguments that started this entire fucking setup. The whole reason why the three of us are on this fucking podcast together. The shit that we got into, you know, before the podcast existed.
Elaborate. What?
I mean, fuck. What?
Okay, I'll push you on the high capacity magazines.
No,
why?
Let's skip that.
No.
I want to know why the fuck Don was Captain Save-A-Hole when I was just trying to get my fucking dog laid.
Oh shit!
Nice. That was a great one.
Damn, that did start it off.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean, Captain Save-A-Hole?
Like, homegirl thought it was okay to like go in on me and shit, and I went back and you were like, "Hey, bro, she's a female."
Oh, well, I was trying to reason with you, bro. Like, hey, like, it sounds fucking retarded.
But it sounded like it wasn't your place. Like she bit off more than she could chew, dog. Like, oh, you're uneducated and you need money. Yeah. And like,
hold on. Steven, before we get into it, remember, a lot of the audience doesn't know who you are or the story on Facebook. So start it off from the beginning with your post and everything that followed.
So I posted this shit. I have a pit bull, full-blooded. I feel bad for the guy, bro. He hasn't gotten laid. And it's like I knew some people that wanted puppies from him because he's a good-looking dog. I wasn't even trying to make money off it. I was like, hey, anybody have a fucking pit that my dog can smash and maybe have some puppies and whatever. And this chick went in on me, dude. I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah, we don't need all that.
This chick went in on me about how I'm such a fucking loser because I need money and I need to fucking I need to fucking whore out my dog and all this and that. And so me and her start going back and forth. Here comes it on, fucking.
Oh, come on.
Come on, dog.
No, okay,
hold on, Iran. Let Steven talk and then you're rebuttal.
That's how it went down. Like she, you know what I mean? She's telling me I'm this, I'm that, because I need money. And I'm like, bitch, like, first of all, like, you don't need to come at me sideways like that. Okay? And then she starts going in a little harder. So I push like bitch, like back the fuck up. And then you were like, hey, bro, she's a female, bro.
Wait, do you remember how that was though? Like the progression of that, like because it was a long ass thread, right, between you and her, and then other people jumped in or whatnot. It was like 10 other people jumped in, and then what did I do? I didn't jump in that conversation. I messaged you privately, right?
Yeah, you did.
I messaged you privately, and when I told you, I didn't like tell you, bro, take it down, don't talk shit. I wasn't even aggressive. I just said, hey, bro, like, bro, she's a female. You're not gonna win an argument with her. I just try to reason with you, because I do know her, bro, right? I do know her, but I mean, you know what, bro? Maybe I was in the wrong. I shouldn't even got into it, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
But you know
Fuck
what?
her.
But let me clear.
Fuck
Let
her.
me clear
And
something,
if
bro.
somebody
Hold
has
on,
a
one at a
female,
time. One at a time.
fuck her. And if somebody has a female pig that could let my dog smash, let me know.
Well, let me clear something though. But it wasn't me defending her. It wasn't me anything. It was just me like, hey, bro, like. Come
Sounded
on,
like it.
come on, bro. Don't do this, bro. Come on. Like I just felt like she was maybe getting hammered. I don't know. Maybe I felt bad. I just felt like, come on. But it wasn't more like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. It wasn't nothing like that, bro. It was a very
You felt bad to put that cape on, dog.
it was a very reasonable message. Well, dude, I know you, bro. So if I know you and I like feel like, hey, bro, like you're pushing it too much, I'm gonna be a friend and hit you up like, hey, bro, like.
You know she had an
You're
RKO
pushing it.
coming.
You're pushing it. You're pushing it. You know, not because I wanted to fucking stop you. I'm just bringing it up. Like everybody else is pumping you up to fucking keep killing her. And I'm just like, bro, like don't do this. You know, like
she
you don't
pumped
have
herself
to.
up because of her stupidity, like the shit she was saying.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
she came at you wrong. She didn't expect that kind of
Response,
retaliation response.
Yeah.
It was
She didn't expect.
funny.
It was fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
As
it
an
was
outsider,
hilarious.
dude, it was just I didn't know homegirl. I knew Steven, and I saw it after the fact. You know, like when all the comments are already been written. So I didn't see it like transcend, like, oh, bam,
Yeah.
this is happening in real time. I saw it like you log on and there's fucking this thing has 37 comments. I said, ooh, you know, those are the spicy ones. So I just read it, and she was clearly in the wrong. She made assumptions, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I'm like,
fucking,
bitch, like,
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
she jumped in and attacked you. She was wrong for it, and she said shit that she has no clue of your life, of how you live. You know.
Yeah, when I tell her, I was like, you sound jealous, bitch. Like, you trying to fuck my dog?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just felt bad at the moment, bro. But you know what? What's funny, bro? I had zero idea that you're still holding on to this against me. Like, I never even imagined that was like any ties to me. I thought I just messaged him like that was it. Like, because you and I didn't argue or anything, bro. You and I didn't like get into it. You're like, oh, she just fucked up, bro. And I was like, yeah, you're right, bro. Whatever, you know. We didn't argue or anything.
It's because me and Hector had talked about this when we did our episode. Prior to the episode, and I said I would save that for this.
All right, I see.
I was like, oh no, I'm gonna bring that up, dog. I'm gonna bring that shit up. We're gonna bring up the whole arguments with the gun laws. That's what people want to hear, bro. That's the shit that people wanted us to get into, and it's funny, bro, because it's like that shit's already dead and gone. Like we're over it already. Like there was times where I'm like, dude, fuck you, Don. If I see him, I'm gonna fucking throw a rock at him. Like I'm not gonna shoot him because then I prove him right.
Fuck, bro. I don't even know why you feel that way against me, bro.
No, I don't. That's why we're here.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, I think ultimately it's really, you know, I've learned this through the years, man. It's very difficult to communicate through fucking typing, you know, through Facebook.
It's context, bro. It's context.
The way you take it, the way I take it, and we're probably even talking about the same shit, or we're talking about very different shit, and we're trying to like show our experiences through these fucking words on Facebook, and it just doesn't play out properly, you know?
No, hell yeah. That's one of the hardest things, trying to have a serious conversation online, because it's possible to be had, but fuck, it takes a lot of energy.
Lots.
Especially if you really want to.
Understanding.
Yeah. I mean, it takes effort, man. It's fucking draining sometimes, but it's fun too sometimes. When
exactly.
When you're in the conversation with the right person.
A lot of weed.
Nah. Yeah, you need a lot of weed, he said.
And sarcasm doesn't.
It doesn't translate. No.
And people take you serious. I mean, at least on me, on certain occasions when I post it like sarcastically.
Yeah.
And I get the direct messages like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you believe it." Like, have you not seen my posts for the last 10 years? Like I'm being sarcastic. But other people get it. But if they only see your shit once a month, they don't.
Or for instance, someone like me, bro. I'm fucking. I don't know if diverse is the word, bro, but like. I'm a lot of things, bro. Like sometimes I'm very fucking liberal. Sometimes I'm just fucking trolling. Sometimes I'm just like, but I allow myself to be those things, you know? And I understand that people want to see kind of the same
Well, I guess if you contradict the shit out of yourself.
the same Iran. Yeah, they want to see the same Iran all the time. But that's not really, like, sometimes I'm posting my belief system and sometimes I'm fucking trolling, bro. But who is it to say that I can't do both on those, you know? Like, instead of you calling me and be like, hey, bro, what do you really believe about this shit, you know? And we have a full-on conversation and you pick on my brain and really know who I am, rather than being like, oh, that fool doesn't know what he's fucking talking about, you know? Or that fool's full of shit, you know, like off just fucking posts on fucking Facebook, bro. You can't, you know, we can't fucking fully dictate that off someone. I do understand that, but I like having that freedom rather than me like, oh, I can't post this because they're gonna think I'm not serious.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, but I
You know
mean,
what I'm
you gotta never let the idea of somebody disagreeing with you stop you from posting some shit. I post a bunch of stupid shit all the fucking time, bro. And, like I welcome the people that challenge it and shit like that. Sometimes I post shit, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's just funny.
Izzy
funny
is
sometimes.
the first person to point that shit out. You know how stupid that fucking shit is? Did you read that fucking article? I'm like, no, I didn't read the fucking article. What, I look like a fucking no, I have a fucking GED. No, I didn't read the fucking article.
But that does not mean you can't read the article, fucking Steve.
But I'm saying, I'm just like, no, like, I have the fucking patience of a 5-year-old. I did not read the article.
Yeah, and I guess that's the hard part, right? Like, when not to know if you're trolling or not, or if I'm trolling or not, or fucking
but some people don't know how to troll. They suck at a troll. Or there's no nuance to it. It's just them.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a thin line between being a troll and just being a dickhead.
Yeah. When Ian was posting the Onion real tough, I'm like, does he believe this shit?
Yeah, that was a bit confusing, man. Those were confusing. Like I knew what the Onion was, and then at that time I wasn't sure if you knew what the Onion was.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's be real. At this time, the Onion seems to be the fucking realest shit. Like, all their articles make so much fucking sense, you know? So is it me fucking thinking that the Onion's real? Is it the Onion fucking using a certain way of fucking communicating something that it actually is that, you know? Like they're fucking trolling, but fuck, it seems to be fucking real that way, you know? It seems whatever they make fun of, whether it's Trump or, you know, whatever they make fun of, it has some fucking reality into it, and that's what makes it funny, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, of course, I knew the Onion. Of course, I knew the Onion was fake. Of course.
Well, now we know.
But you know, I mean, I guess you could ask, you know, ask.
Yeah, but it's like, I think because of the prior arguments on stupid shit, I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
well, like, in, you know, you got the space now. Like, on what don't you agree with me? You know, like what do
every
you?
Fucking thing you posted in 2019.
Specifically 2018. Okay, well, point it out. What is it, bro?
You said I'm not a fucking athlete. Fuck that. That's bullshit.
I don't remember.
Did I say that?
You did. You said you're a better athlete than me.
Okay.
Well, technically, I kind of am, bro. I mean, we got to say.
You played goalie and nothing else.
Well, no, I didn't. I played middle linebacker. And to be in it, okay.
Mountain View.
Okay, at Mountain View. Let's point that out. But okay, goalie's actually the toughest position in the soccer field, bro.
It's probably the most mental position. I don't know about toughest.
No, it's the toughest. Physically, you're diving, you're hurting your body day in, day out, practice or game. And mentally you have to be ready. You know, just like in baseball, you have to be ready for that fucking, you know, for the long period. And then
I won't shoot down your sport or your position. Because that's a badass sport. So you gotta be a bad motherfucker to play that sport successfully, I will say. And you did that.
If you train your feet, if you're training your feet to do that with the ball, bro, and run and think at the same time and break down the field, and you know, it's the biggest sport in the world, bro. But bro, like, but you came at me with like, oh, you're not an athlete. I was like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you know, I'll CIF right here, bro. We want CIF.
I was like,
I'll CIF, bro. What's up? They don't touch, but okay. I mean, and then we just went into the argument like, oh, yeah, I can still do this, and it was just bullshit, bro. But I guess
yeah, but that's the shit that people were, you know what I mean? That was what was entertaining. That's the shit that people were expecting when they listen to this podcast.
You know, hey, well, let's solve it right now. Come on, push-up contest.
well,
Let's see.
we
Let's
could
get the shit going.
we could I don't know. I mean, fuck, I don't know.
I'm
40-yard
naked.
dash.
I just all the things I do now is just I just snowboard as a sport. That's the only thing I do.
So you work out
That's
once a
it.
year.
Once a year, bro.
Nice.
Once a month for like 3 months. Okay. Yeah.
To get
Yeah,
back
that's
on
good.
track. That was fun. But some of the things you guys had talked about, I'm trying to remember. It was a lot of it was gun reform. A lot of it was I don't know if universal basic income is a new one or just like the welfare system, stuff like that. Off the top of my head that you guys.
I remember one
Clash.
argument being basically just guns and I think the message I was trying to push, and I think he was just trying to defend the right of everybody, or like I think it was more like whether it's more safe to have people with guns or people without guns, you know.
Mhm.
But I feel like in the beginning,
And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm against guns. I'm just saying, for the argument's sake, what is the safest thing? And for
but
the
I
sake,
feel like in the beginning of that argument, you were 110% against guns until you got a little more open-minded about it. Because you were like, fuck that. Nobody needs a gun except for law enforcement. Nobody needs it for what?
but
And
it
then
was
later on, you got a little more open-minded.
it was me trying to push an idea, not the no guns idea, but that it's safer to have no guns. Like, for instance, there's tons of fucking like research that's done. Like, even, bro, when I went to PCC, Pasadena City College, bro, there was a huge debate whether their campus should have police and whether it shouldn't. And the whole reason behind it was it makes the campus more unsafe, and it was like the environment that's creating, you know. So again, it's like trying to push certain ideas for certain sectors versus the whole idea of like not everybody should have guns. And my idea is like, yeah, if everybody didn't have guns, it probably would be better. But we're not at those times anymore where we could do that anymore. We can fucking probably take away everybody's guns, and you know, we're not there anymore. We're not there.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
For the argument of it, like if we had started and we were to like start again and be like the whole not having guns, it's probably that's why like better areas, colleges don't carry guns. But if you go to like a college in Compton, their securities are gonna have guns. You know, it's just if you go to Pasadena City College, they don't have guns, and obviously there's more crime in one place than another. But
Right.
what comes first, right? The chicken or the egg? It's a lot of that type of thing.
The demographic has a lot to do with that, regardless of where you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like in Compton's got such a bad rap where, like, you know, cops or everybody's gonna have a gun. Like, you know, a lot of people have guns whether legal or not, and it's for safety reasons, or you know, I wouldn't say all of it's for safety reasons, but it's like, think of Arizona. Arizona's got it's an open carry law, and their fucking crime is way down.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna rob you, I'm gonna think first, hey, fuck, this guy might have a gun.
Arizona, I wonder what the demographics look in Arizona too. Like, if it's the crime, it's because everybody has a job. I mean, there's a lot of needs for jobs. Houses are cheap. I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play due to crime, right? Also, I think one argument that we have to set straight, or that we have to talk about more, is we were talking about this earlier. Like, right? Like, if someone comes in your house, do you shoot them right away? Do you ask them to leave first? Like, what do you do, right? And I don't know if you guys saw, but I recently got fucking mugged right here in Covina, right? They broke into my car, took my shit. And, you know, it crosses my head, like, fuck, if I come out with a gun, do I shoot the guy? What do I do, right? Like, and it's my shit, even though so valuable it was to me, my memories, etc. Is that worth me fucking shooting someone? What's worth shooting someone, you know? And I do believe, like Izzy said, you know, and you said, like, well, if you're a threat to my family, and bro, I'm in that same boat, you know? If it's a threat to my family, someone comes towards us, you know, but like, where's the line, bro? Where's a human's life worth more than, like, if he's robbing a bank, do we shoot him for $100,000? Is $100,000 worth it? Like, where's that line, you know? And I think through Facebook, that argument between you and me fucking gets fucking blown out of proportion, and so many ideas fucking come in, you know?
Yeah. it's just the whole context thing again. But it's like I think for me, it's like your material items kind of draw the line. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking shoot you for stealing my truck, dog. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't. You won't. But there's some people that'll shoot you for less. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah, I might wait.
You know?
I mean, you might get a gun drawn on you, or whatever. Like, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like I don't know that I could deal with fucking smoking you over my fucking truck after the fact. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I could deal with ending somebody's life over something that could be fucking replaced. Now, in my house, a threat to my family, by all means. But something that could be replaced, like if I could catch you and beat the shit out of you for it later, like I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think definitely is the context, you know, of it.
Absolutely.
And then I mean, shit that we fucking don't agree on, but I think we agree on this. Is just like making tougher laws on like how do you or having tests on people that can get guns, right? Because the way I see it is as a population, bro. I mean, we fucking are millions, right? And out of millions, how many idiots do we have, bro? How many people? Like that's my thought. And also, fucking humans are very emotional, so there's all kinds of stages through life that people go through that not everybody can hack it, bro. You know, fucking their girlfriend leaves them and they go and fucking kill her and her whole family. You see those stories all the time, bro. So how do we fucking separate those people? How do we separate those people from being able to get a gun without being checked or without anything like that?
Well, you obviously you have guns. Was it hard for you to get a gun? Like, do you think the process could be harder?
Bro. Absolutely. Can it be harder? Absolutely, bro. I just went and renewed my gun safety card, bro. Right. Yeah. So I go in there, I pay a guy $35. I sit down and I take this test, and this test is basically like, it's like if you fail it, you probably shouldn't own a gun ever because it's that easy. Like it's like should
like
you
common
ever
sense.
Should you ever look down the barrel of a gun? Should you ever leave a gun around a kid? Like shit like that, dude. Like I feel like there needs to be put more into it, and instead of the government trying to focus on making money off of gun sales and ammo sales by making you do all these background checks and all that shit, I think it should be focused more on like let's work on weeding out the ones that don't need it legally because I can get a gun illegally just as fast. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's the topic of like, it shouldn't be illegal for us to own guns legally if you're responsible and shit because criminals are gonna get it regardless. Heroin's illegal. Motherfuckers are dying every day from heroin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, absolutely, the process of getting a gun should be harder.
Yeah, well, I think we all agree on that one. I mean, because I think I like guns. I do think the Second Amendment's there for a reason. But, I mean, in the Second Amendment, they do say a well-regulated militia. The word regulated is in the Second Amendment. So I think that's the key right there is just smart regulations. And right now we don't have smart regulations. So, but then when you start talking about regulations, they take it to, oh, you're trying to take my Second Amendment away. Like, no, I'm just trying to do what the Second Amendment says to regulate. Yeah. But they don't want that. Well, some people don't want that.
What about certain types of guns, Steven? Do you agree? Do you think that certain types of guns should be banned, or do you think anyone could own any type of gun?
That one, like, I'm on the fence with that one, bro. Like, I feel like, I feel like I'm on the fence because like part of it where it's like it's your right, and shit like that. If you got the dough and you're qualified, and you have the permit or whatever it is, cool. But I mean, at the same time, if you're shooting for sport or going out to the desert and just fucking shooting into a fucking mountainside, if that's how you want to blow your money, cool. But at the same time, it's like there's places you can go and pay money to shoot these guns. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me personally, like I'm a realist when it comes to that shit, dog. Like, I like guns and everything, but I like my money more. Like the guns that I buy are not extremely expensive. They're worth the money that I pay for them, and they're reliable and they work. But I'm not gonna go out and spend $15,000 on a gun because it's my right.
But what about let's say whatever fucking ARs that are used in mass shootings? That's like the number one weapon in choice for mass shooters. When that is a real thing that's happening in the United States, it does happen. Do you think having those guns available because they're fun to shoot or people love these guns outweighs, um, the lives of those people that these guns make? I'm not saying that these guns are the reason for these mass shootings, but they do make the mass shootings a little bit easier.
If not the AR, then something else.
Yeah, or something else, yeah. But I mean, maybe not the AR, but the way the AR is designed is made specifically as like a combat weapon, right? That's why it's designed that way. It's for combat.
Right.
You could have just as much fun with like a single shot rifle, right?
Right.
Like target shooting.
But you can have just as much fun with a car that doesn't go 100 miles an hour, but people are still buying those cars, right?
But cars aren't causing mass shooters, or causing like mass shootings, not causing, but you know what I'm saying? It's the number one choice for a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm getting at is that people are still okay. So people are still buying these cars they're going unnecessarily fast, and still wrapping them around a pole and dying or killing other people. Now, the number of people I don't think should be a factor because people are still dying. You get what I'm saying? Now, yeah, I get the argument because the AR is the number one choice for mass shootings and shit like that. So it just puts that stigma on that weapon. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if not the AR, then something else. If we got rid of the ARs, what's to stop somebody from going in there with a handgun, with a Glock? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's just
that's true. But do you think that's what I was about to say. Like less people would die if they go in with a handgun or go in with like shotguns or because honestly, I don't understand the difference in guns as well as you do. So when I think of an AR, I just think of a modified rifle, right, with a big magazine, right, where you could shoot multiple rounds.
But you can have a 30-round magazine for a handgun as well. It's gonna be.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. So then that goes back to my like high capacity magazine argument. It's not just the rifles, but it's also the high capacity magazines. Because what other reason do you need a high capacity magazine for? That like if what do you need a 30-round mag in I don't know.
Even for hunting, you don't need it.
Go hunting. Do you really need a 30-round mag when you go hunting? I don't think so. Do you need a 30-round mag when you go target shooting? I don't think so. Do you want a 30-round mag?
When you go target shooting, I guess the 30-round mag would come in handy when it's just reloading less. It's preference.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal then. It won't ruin your guys' shooting experience, right?
No, but at the same time, I guess it's the fun that when you're talking about target shooting and just target shooting alone, like the fun in it of not having to reload so often, and set them down range. Now that becomes the difference between a semi-auto and an auto, because if the AR is semi-auto, and so is the handgun, so the same amount of people can die. The gun it's just as fast as you can pull the trigger.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the rifle. Okay, like it's just as fast as you can pull the trigger.
I guess my rifle argument also ties in the high capacity magazine. Like that, those two tied in together make a very deadly weapon when it comes to mass shootings, right?
Right.
Where it's the AR included with the high capacity magazines. Which that setup right there, it's meant for war, right? Like it's meant for combat.
Well, just like remember when we talked about earlier when they had Freedom Week, guys were going out and buying 100-round drums for a handgun, 50-round drums for a handgun. Same difference. It's the same thing. So it's just as fast as you can pull the trigger.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That my argument is to I guess make those illegal. The high capacity magazines, including weapons that were meant for war, I guess.
Well, yes and no. On just the empathy of the lives that were lost, like the mass shootings, shit like that. Yeah, but at the same time, like going back to the Second Amendment, when they say like, oh well, the Second Amendment wasn't written when these guns were around. It was written at a different time. And then they talk about hunting and shit like that. Well, the second amendment was written, they weren't talking about Bambi coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's they're talking about a tyrant government.
Yeah, for sure.
So if let me ask you this now: if you and your family are at my house, and I have high capacity magazines and I have an assault rifle, even if it's semi-automatic, but my neighbor only has single shot rifles, where would you rather be?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
it all comes down to
in your
responsibility.
hypothetical situation, yeah, of course.
It all comes down to responsibility, bro. Responsibility and doing shit the right way and not being a dickhead like these motherfuckers that are walking around with their AR strapped to their back, walking the street, waiting for cops to pull them over to exercise that right. To me, that's exactly what people who want to take weapons away and tighten up guns, that's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
So you're fucking stupid.
But okay, the argument that you made, Steven, was if you had you had a better rifle and your neighbor didn't. Like, okay, but what if you both were gonna kill masses? Which one would I prefer coming in? Fucking you're a fucking neighbor, you know, like, because then maybe one of us can tackle that fool down. So
what I'm getting at,
that's actually a good
tyrant government. What I'm getting at is a tyrant government. Now, if we're defending ourselves and it's like a civil war, if we're defending ourselves against a tyrant government, would you rather be at my neighbor's house with a single shot weapon, or would you rather be at my house with my high capacity rounds?
Can I answer that truthfully? I would stay at my house because neither of you have a chance against a tyrannical government.
They got drones and tanks.
That was my next
question.
That was my next question. At that point, like, can we even defend ourselves now? I mean, they'll fucking throw out this coronavirus, bro, and kill all of us, you know? Like, it's just...
What about this? Check this out. So what if... No, this is just like a conspiracy theory. But, like, what if, you know, Bush got reelected because of 9/11. You know, there was a time of crisis, and you know, and people backed up the president. What if this is like a you were saying maybe Russia has a little bit things to do with it? Trump obviously has his ties to Russia. What if this is a ploy to like throw the country in chaos and try to, you know, get people behind the president during the time of chaos?
It's working.
I feel like everybody's really showing how incompetent Trump is. Also, I feel like Trump was really against this, and he was calling it a hoax. I mean, he didn't want to believe.
True. He kind of fucked himself. Yeah.
He also was trying to reopen the country as fast as possible because his work or like all the economy, how it was running, you know, was gonna go to shit, and you know, it was gonna show that he really didn't know how to pick it up. He really doesn't know how to.
Yeah, I don't think Trump's smart enough to do a conspiracy like this either.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, they're telling on themselves.
Yeah, but Steven, also I think back to the guns, bro. I know that in your episode you were mentioning that you had a gun and that it didn't shoot itself. Like, bro, you understand that when people say that guns don't shoot themselves or that it's guns. They're not talking about like guns shooting themselves by themselves, right? Like, you understand that?
No, you understand that some people actually believe that.
No, I don't think so. Like, who would believe that guns shoot? I don't.
No, I don't think people believe
I don't think so, bro.
Like, I honestly believe that people like are. It's like, okay, dog. What? It goes back to like the simplest argument. Did the fork make me fat, dog? Is it the spoon fucking fault that I'm fat? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, I feel like that's different. That's cool. When people are saying it's the guns, I think what they mean is that guns in a society create more opportunity for more people to shoot other people. Because how do we argue that Canada or other countries don't have the same problems we do? Why? Why is it that? Why are we more violent? Why do we have more shootings, mass shootings? Why do we go as far as killing kids, bro? What is behind that? And I think that's what they're talking about. Like, hey, well, the not common factor in all this is basically
the guns.
We have a lot more guns.
Yeah.
I think that's the argument. It's not about that guns fucking shoot themselves. It's just more, hey, you throw something into a population, this is what it does to it.
Well, yeah.
Plus mental health. Yeah.
All right, guys. We got 6 minutes left, so just a few closing arguments. I think that we'll wrap it up. I think this one has to be done in person just to get the whole effects of it, so we can You know, so this was good. This is a good. I think it'll be more like a teaser for people than anything. But we'll definitely do it again. But we got 6 minutes. I think we'll just wrap it up after that. Just it's good, but I just feel like it's not as
fucking Zoom.
yeah, fucking Zoom. I'm not upgrading. But yeah, any closing arguments? Anything you guys want to touch on?
Man, it was good, man. It was good getting together with you guys and finally getting some of this shit out, some of this funny shit. You know what I mean? And I think some of these arguments are kind of never ending. It's all point of view, and I mean, I think at the end of the day, we all kind of understand each other, and or agree to disagree. Like I said at the beginning.
No, I think I know for sure you, Steven, you moved over your position a little bit, and I think Iran, you did too. Both of you moved towards the middle, where you guys started your first gun debate, you know, and all those threads. I think both of you moved towards each other, which is cool, which is what those conversations are supposed to do, you know? You're supposed to, you know, both of you had a hard stance on it. You guys both fucking insulted each other and talk shit, but that's you know, to people who don't understand your relationship, they'll think you're fighting and you're talking shit and you're pushing it, and that's not the case with any of us that have been involved in those conversations, you know. So, but like I said, both of you have it seems like through those conversations that both of you move towards each other, and so
I think so.
Pretty productive. Yeah.
I think Irian needs a new hat.
A new hat? What do you mean? My GoPro hat, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Hey Hector, it's a sign. GoPro, man.
Oh yeah. It's like $40 a month.
Oh fuck that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's wrap it up on that. Great time, guys. We'll do this again in person.
For sure.
Sounds good.
All right.
Stay around the feet
next time. No one loves you. Hector loves you. You guys take care. Be safe out there.
I love you when you're mad.
All right. Take care, bro.
Peace.
Later, guys.